This is your dose of daily market wisdom with Master Trader Nick Santiago. Starting from humble beginnings, Nick has been beating the markets for over 2 decades. He shares with you his take on the profitable trades that will have you moving towards financial freedom in no time at all. To see an in-depth review of his track record and much more, go to inthemoneystocks.com. Welcome. This is your daily dose of daily market wisdom with Master Trader Nick Santiago. I'm Kerry Lutz, and today is 12/17/2020. This is show number 178. Well, we got unemployment news coming out, and Nick, what's the deal?
Well, today we had the weekly initial claims report for the weekend of December 12th. That increased by 23,000 to 885,000. This was another number that was higher than expected for the second week in a row. The number missed expectations, which were a bit lower. But this goes, this is all about those shutdowns. I mean, that's what we continue to see. The good news is the continuing claims for the week ending December 5th decreased by 273,000 to 5.5 million, which was the lowest level since March. So that's a big positive. Right now, I have to say the market seemed to be really eyeing the next stimulus deal. So there's, basically $1 trillion stimulus deal on the table here. We'll see if the politicians get it passed. It's expected to go through by the weekend. So that's really what the market seemed to be looking forward to. And, markets are up across the board today, so no real problems.
All right. So really, stimulus, though, looks like it's almost certainly going to happen, isn't it?
It does. It does look like it's about to take place. This has been a long time coming. Remember, they were working on this before the election. Now we're 5-6 weeks after the election, and it's still not done. But it looks like they are pretty close. But we hear that a lot, so we'll see what really comes out of the politicians. But I have to think at this stage of the game, they have to get something done.
Yeah, I would suspect that you are correct. And hey, never underestimate the stupidity and the amount of damage that the government can actually do here. That's what I say. When the legislature's in session, no man's life, liberty, or property is safe, especially in the age of the deep state. So, hey, we would be remiss if we didn't take a look at what's happening in precious metals today. They're up pretty bigly, huh?
Yeah, we have a pretty nice move in gold today. And you take a look at the GLD, that's up about $2.60. This is really coming on the back of yesterday's Fed comments, which the Fed basically said they'll keep the Fed funds rate, which is the overnight lending rate, at 0 till 2023. And gold is reacting today. It didn't have a great reaction yesterday, but it is reacting today pretty nicely. When you look at gold futures today, they're up 39 points. That's a 2% gain. Trading right around that 1900 level. But I do believe this 1900 level is a lot of resistance here. So traders should be a little bit cautious now at this stage of the game. It's been a good run. Remember, a lot of that Fed news was already expected.
Yeah. Yeah, and do you think it's a combination of the Fed and the stimulus that's probably going to happen?
Yeah, I do. I do think it's a combination. There's no doubt about it. I mean, the government just continues to borrow money that it doesn't have. And the Fed continues to print money that it doesn't have. So, yeah, it is definitely a combination.
All right. So what about silver here? Silver's up on the spot market. It's getting close to $26. Where's its resistance?
Yeah, silver is a power mover today. Right now, you're looking at the SLV up 54 cents. That's the silver ETF. And then if you look at silver futures today, they're up $1.13 at 26.19 on silver futures. So this is a very, very strong chart. I think it's stronger than gold. Right now, I'm going to say you're probably getting into a little resistance, but I think the bigger resistance level for silver is going to be around 27.
So 27. So that what's interesting is 2 days ago, silver was at just under $24. And,
that's right. Just 3 days ago. Yeah.
So if it can actually break 2 whole numbers in a day, that's a pretty bullish signal, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, silver right now, the trend is up. I think it's the better play than gold, personally. But I do think we still are in the backing and filling phase. So, I think you got to still be a little bit careful when you get these big surges or these big parabolic moves. But silver is still the place to be, not only short term but longer term as well.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, okay. For gold to go up 100%, it's got to go from 1900 to 3800. For silver to go up to double, it's got to go from 26 to 52, and that would just put it over its all-time nominal high.
That's correct, and I do think ultimately silver even goes much higher than that in the longer term. If you have a horizon of around 3 to 4 years, I think we're going to see silver, somewhere around 100. But we'll have to watch the chart, and we'll look at that and see when that's going to happen. But ultimately, I love the way silver came off the lows in March. And when you come off the lows with that much strength, usually you're setting up for a much, much bigger advance.
All right. Well, I think we will leave it at that for now. But go take a look at inthemoneystocks.com. That's Nick's site. That's where you learn all about the trading techniques that Nick has used so successfully for decades now. And sign up for the Twitter feeds. Follow them. It's at ITMS, at Nick Santiago01, at Kerry Lutz. And send us your questions to kl@kerrylutz.com. We answer all. Nick, we'll talk to you tomorrow.
Sounds good, Kerry.
And so concludes another episode of Daily Market Wisdom with Master Trader Nick Santiago. Be sure to go to his website, inthemoneystocks.com. Don't forget the Twitter feeds at ITMS and at Nick Santiago01.